Hey guys, it's Alessandra. I woke up this morning and decided that it was time for me to film another Instagram growth video. So yeah, I literally just rolled out of bed, like from right there. I'm not wearing pants, I'm in my pajamas. Throwback to when I was celebrating for Halloween. This is the beautiful shirt that I wore. But yeah, it's been a hot minute since I dropped my last Instagram growth video. I'll have them all listed here, playlist in the description down below, because I've actually been tracking my Instagram growth since day one. Like, I literally started going on Instagram just because I wanted to do it for a YouTube video, and now I have over 85,000 followers, and it's been about like a year and a half, I think. Yeah, this time last year I was at like 8 or 9K, and now I'm at 85,000. And so yeah, I just want to be talking to you guys about all the stuff that I have done so that you guys can do it, because I just see so many YouTube videos that like I'll click on and they'll be like, yeah, like here's some tips. But if you download my book in the description, then you'll be able to find all of the best ones that you can use. And it's like, why are you posting a YouTube video with like some bullshit tips if you're just gonna be trying to sell people stuff? So there's no book in the description. There's no course that you should sign up for to you know, learn how to really grow your Instagram. I'm just gonna be telling you everything that I do and everything that I think works very well in this video. So let's get right into it. Everyone always starts with talking about how you shouldn't buy followers and buy likes, and that's what I'm gonna discuss too, because I think that people tell you don't buy followers and don't buy likes, but I don't think that they tell you the alternative to doing so, because the alternative to doing so is what will really kick off your Instagram growth. So I have made videos in the past that I discussed shoutouts and how shoutouts help you so much. Regardless of if you buy them or if they just happen, they are the #1 way to grow, 100%. Take that from me, I feel like a majority of my growth started out with reposts. For example, your Instagram influencer reposts bikini pics. An account like TFM Girls reposts your picture and tags you. TFM Girls loyal followers are going to be coming from that account directly to yours and following you. There's this one girl I follow, her name is Christine. I will link her stuff here in the description below. I noticed the other day a huge spike in her engagement. She went from like 1,000 followers to 4,000 followers. It was crazy. I was like, whoa, like what was going on? Her likes went up from like, I think it was like maybe like 200 or 300 to like getting in the thousands now. Like her engagement is absolutely off the walls. And so the first thing I did when I noticed this was go to her account, go to her tagged pictures, and sure enough, she got reposted on a self-care thread account, and it like blew up. From like those 15,000 likes, she gained thousands of followers. I think that if you are a personal account or a niche account, what you need to do is get some kind of viral content going. Say for example, you're a meme account, you make memes, send those memes into all the big meme accounts. If they get reposted, then you will gain a lot of followers. But I want to stop myself there really quick, because as you heard, I said if. There is not always a guarantee that you'll get reposted onto accounts, but there is a guarantee if you pay them. So people say don't buy followers, don't buy likes, and you shouldn't buy followers, you shouldn't buy likes, because that engagement sucks. Those likes and those followers aren't real. But if you buy a repost on an account, then the followers and likes that you will get from that repost will be real. I bought a repost onto an account called Banger Buddy at one point last year. I think it was at like the beginning of November. And I mean, reposts are obviously gonna be a little bit pricey depending on where you go. So I think I paid like probably like 200 bucks. Like I dropped a fat rack on that. But from that repost, I gained probably 10,000 followers, and my likes increased by a couple thousand, and it was crazy. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. But it's also super important that if you are going to be buying reposts, that you are looking at the accounts to make sure that you are not getting your money finessed from you. Because a lot of accounts will take the money that you pay them and buy likes on the picture they repost and buy followers onto their account. So what you want to do is make sure that you are checking out the account before you actually buy the repost. If, say for example, they have 300,000 followers and they're getting 3,000 likes on their pictures, but they're getting like 10 comments, then they obviously bought their followers and likes. So I just want to make sure that that is very clear to you guys, because I don't want you guys to be losing your money. So you definitely need to do some research into that, but obviously if it's the most effective way to grow, you're gonna have to put a little bit of effort into it. But now I want to get into stuff that you don't have to pay for. First off, I want to talk about a tip that is very helpful for businesses or people who are selling a service through Instagram, or I mean just in general, like niche pages as well, and that is changing your Instagram name in order to help with like search engine optimization. So I know this is said in a lot of follower growth videos, but that's because it's something that actually really works well. Say for example, you are a personal trainer in Tampa and you're looking to get some more clients through Instagram. So if you put your name as, say example, Allie, and then like a line or a star or something to like divide the two. Personal trainer, Tampa, Florida. Whenever someone looks up personal trainer Tampa, Florida, you're gonna come up, and it is a super great way for people to find you on Instagram, because the thing is, if you're a personal trainer in Tampa and you just have Allie as your name, people aren't looking up Allie, they're gonna be looking up personal trainer in Tampa if they want a personal trainer in Tampa. If, for example, you are a travel niche page, you can make your name something along the lines of best travel pics. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like something easy, or like travel the world, or travel pics, like literally the most generic possible things that you could think of that people would look up. For example, you are a meme page and someone wants to find some funny offensive memes. Your name could be funny offensive memes, or daily funny offensive memes, you know, like add a little something in there to switch it up. But I think that it is super important to be utilizing your name, because when people are looking things up on Instagram, it'll come up, and you want it to come up because then people will follow you. The next thing I want to talk about is hashtags, because this is something that's very important. Obviously, hashtags still work well in growing because hashtags get you on the explore page, but the number one thing that I want to talk about is making sure that you're not using the same hashtags on every post, because you will get shadow banned. It happened to me and it sucks. For a few months I had been using the same just lists that I had saved in notes of my hashtags. I'd post a pic, you know, copy paste it right into the comments and be like, nice, got my hashtags in, until one day I got shadow banned. It was also around the same time that one of my pictures got reported and taken down by Instagram, but that's an entire another story time that I'm going to be talking about. But I got shadow banned. It dropped my engagement like crazy. I wasn't able to post for a few days. Now I think that the not being able to post was from my picture being reported, but then with the shadow ban in it as well, like just both of them together, my Instagram account was just completely f***ed essentially. I lost so many followers, my engagement was so low, my likes were so low, and it was really hard to bounce back from. Like even as of probably like 3 weeks ago, and this happened in I think like March, February, it was around the time I Playlist Live. Even as of like 3 weeks ago, I was only getting like 3% of people that weren't following me seeing my pictures. So I would recommend staying as far away as you can from getting shadow banned. And to do that, I'd recommend switching up your hashtags all the time. So what I would say is just make a couple little lists of good hashtags for you to use, and then anytime that you post, choose one of those and throw it in there. If you have like 4 of them and then, you know, you're rotating through them, you should probably be fine, you know? Now hashtags obviously work for everyone in regards to growth, because getting on the explore page is like a grade A way to grow. That is like insane. It helps your things go viral. Like the way that you will get the most likes, the most followers, the most comments is having the most people possible see your content. Like that's really all that you're aiming for with growing your account, is distribution. You need people to see your content, because if you have 10 people see your most recent picture, then obviously you're only gonna get a couple likes. But if you have 10,000 people see the exact same picture, then you'll probably get at least 1,000 likes. You know, content is important, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but distribution is the most important thing when it comes to growing your Instagram page, and that's why I am here to tell you guys all about how to distribute your content to the most people possible on Instagram. So once you've started getting onto the explore page, you've started gaining your followers, even if you just have a few followers, but you're getting comments on your pictures, it is so important to be replying to those comments. Literally, I reply to every single comment that I can on Instagram, even if it's just with some heart emojis, because not only does it increase your engagement, I mean, think about it this way, if you have 4 comments on your Instagram post and you reply to all 4 of them, then that means that you will double the amount of comments you have and now have 8 comments, which is amazing. So I would recommend to everyone just replying to your comments as often as you can, but it's also really important to be connecting with your audience through your comments, because people who comment on your post are obviously very interested in the content, so much so that they want other people to see their comment and see that they have engaged with this post. So I would recommend using that to your advantage, and anytime that someone comments on one of your posts, actually going in and replying with another sentence. You know, if you can have like a conversation with them in the comments, that is perfect, because then what happens is people will start seeing you as more of a friend and someone that they want to have a conversation with, because they feel like, you know, you guys are friends. Like how, for example, if your best friend posts an Instagram picture, you're gonna comment on there hyping her up, you know what I mean? Like, you know, she posts a selfie and you're like, yes, pop off. So for example, you start making your followers feel like they're your friends rather than your followers, then they're gonna wanna engage with you more because they feel connected to you, which is absolutely amazing. This is really good if you're, you know, a content creator or a small business, because engaging with your audience really, like as I said, it creates that connection, and that connection is so valuable. You want everyone to feel a very strong connection to you. That way they keep coming back to your posts, they keep engaging with your posts, and they become true fans of your account. Because having a loyal following is so important. Those are the people who are really gonna help help you grow, you know? Those are the people that are gonna show other people your content, show their friends the new picture that you posted, or send your post into one of their group chats and be like, whoa, look how pretty this travel destination is, or how funny this meme is. They're the ones who are going to be spreading your content with other people who will actually become loyal to your account, and that's just so valuable. So next up, I want to talk about another thing that helps you engage with your audience, and that is the captions of your photos. I know that a lot of people talk about how you should be writing like paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs in your captions, and that works well for some people, but not all. If, say, for example, you are a meme account, no one wants to see paragraphs in your captions. Like, as a YouTuber or an influencer or a social media guru, I think that it is definitely great to have engaging captions, have, you know, maybe a paragraph long caption that your followers can read because like they want to read it, you know, like people that follow personal accounts, they follow it for the person. They want to hear about what the person has to say. But if, for example, you are a travel niche account, I wouldn't personally recommend doing paragraphs on paragraphs in the caption because it's not what they're following you for. They're following you for the content. So for accounts like that, for niche accounts, I would recommend doing like a question in the caption or something along those lines, you know, just something light, simple, maybe like a sentence or two long, just to, you know, get the audience engaged. But remember that like they're not there for a huge caption, and I don't think that it'll help you, you know. Like, I know personally, if I'm following Drilled and then they have like a 2-paragraph long caption about like inspiring me to be my best self, I'd be like, yo, like, are they tripping right now? Like, what is this? You know, like, it would make me be like uncomfortable. Also, with those personal accounts that are looking to grow right now, or the business accounts that are looking to grow, if you don't already have long captions, I would recommend easing your way into it, because all of your current followers, if, say, for example, your last picture, like your personal account, and your last picture was a selfie and you had like a Black Bear lyric as your caption, and then your next picture is another selfie but you have like a 3-paragraph long caption, I don't think that your audience would fully understand where that transition came from, you know what I mean? Because like you're going from song lyric to little essay for them to read. I'd recommend easing your way into it, start creating a little more of a personal touch in your captions, and eventually getting into those longer captions. Obviously, you should be posting every day. That was going to be one of my next tips, but I'll just throw it in right now. Posting every day is super important. If you're posting every day, though, it won't take you that long to like ease into that. It'll probably like only 2 weeks, you know. It's a pretty quick thing to be able to do. But I guess from there, let me just go into posting every day. Posting every day is so important. It shows Instagram that you are active, that you are posting pictures all the time, that you should be getting your content out there. I'm gonna give you guys a little scenario here. Let's say, for example, we have influencer A and influencer B. Influencer A posts 1 picture a week. Influencer B posts 7 pictures a week. They're posting every day, they're posting every week. Got kind of confusing with my hands there. Influencer A that posts once a week only has 1 chance a week to blow up on Instagram, to get a lot of likes, a lot of comments, have their stuff go viral. Influencer B has 7 times as likely a chance to go viral as influencer A. Posting more creates more of an opportunity for your account to grow. And that opportunity is very important. That opportunity for people to see you, for your content to get distributed, as we've been talking about, amongst a lot of people, and that is what helps you grow. So I'd recommend posting very frequently, finding what works for you. Obviously, with some accounts, they want to be posting more than once a day. You know, like if, for example, you're a meme or travel page, maybe you'll want to post 2 or 3 times a day. Whatever works for you. I just think that it's very important to note that you need to find that good little like sweet spot of how much you should be posting. Personally, I think that you should start out at once a day, though. I think it's very important that everyone is posting once a day, because then at least you're having that 7 times a week chance for your account to be seen by a lot of people. The next thing I want to talk about is tagging other accounts in your posts. Personally, I found that this works very well. If, for example, you're a fashion influencer and you are about to post your outfit of the day, I'd recommend tagging all the places that you got your outfit from, as well as tagging a couple of fashion influencer repost pages. Same thing goes for travel accounts. Tag other travel accounts in your pics, as long as they're like original pics. You don't really want to be spreading non-original content, claiming it as your own, obviously. Same goes for, you know, meme accounts. I don't know, I keep throwing out these meme and travel accounts. There's like the 2 biggest niche accounts I can think of. But same goes for that. If you're creating original memes, tag bigger meme accounts. It's the same way as, you know, DMing them your posts so that you can get reposted, because they'll be seeing it. But then also with tagging them, I mean, do both obviously, because doing both is like the best way to make sure that they see the content. But by tagging the post instead of just DMing it to them, then everyone who follows them and goes into their tagged pictures for whatever reason will see your content, and then that's another way to just distribute it a little bit more. So yeah, I would definitely recommend tagging people in your posts, but once again, don't go overboard with it. That's the most important thing here that I want to like make sure I stress, is do not go overboard with like posting too many hashtags, or like the same hashtags, or tagging too many people, or like getting too spammy, being too spammy, it becomes a mess because you'll get shadow banned, Instagram will absolutely hate you, and they'll just essentially fuck your account, and you don't want that to happen. And don't get nervous about the whole too spammy thing, because like they'll give you warnings if you're being too spammy. You know, they'll like block you from commenting or block you from sending DMs. The only thing they don't ever tell you about is the hashtags, so I would just be careful with that, and like I said, you know, rotate through a couple different hashtag variations on your posts. Now the last thing I want to talk about is something that is slightly controversial in the Instagram growth community, and that is engagement groups, of course. As we all know, if you've seen my prior videos, I am a big fan of engagement groups. I love engagement groups. I think they're a great way to grow. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think that Instagram will mark them as spammy. So what I have done at this point now is I have changed it so that my engagement groups aren't necessarily engagement groups. All of the engagement groups I'm in now, I am following all of the other accounts because they're all niche specific. So for example, one of my favorite engagement groups is my Instagram Babes engagement group, and that is just an engagement group with like 20 other Instagram models, and we all follow each other, we all comment on each other's posts, like each other's posts, obviously like you're supposed to be doing in an engagement group. But it's gotten to the point where like we're friends, you know, like we're actually talking in the engagement group, so it's more of like a group chat than an engagement group. And most of the time we're talking about Instagram, we're talking about growth and like giving each other tips and stuff, so that's amazing as well. So I would definitely recommend engagement groups, but I would recommend them being a little bit more personal than just a spammy engagement group where, you know, every time you post, you send the post into the group, which I also wouldn't recommend. I'd recommend just messaging in the group like, hey guys, I posted a new photo. Because if you send the actual post into the group, then it's very easily marked as an engagement group. Because why else would the 20 people in the group all be sending in their posts to the group, you know, like it's just kind of common sense there. But yeah, I would definitely recommend engagement groups. I think they're awesome. I also think that they're a great way to make connections within your community, to be able to make friends and like have these awesome little relationships with other people that are specific to your niche or, you know, the same kind of account style as you. And I just think that that's awesome because, you know, making friends within the community is something that personally, at least, I think is really cool. Okay, how about this? Comment in your @ and then also like what your account is. So for example, I would put @Paolinetti Instagram influencer, or @Paolinetti bikini influencer, model, whatever. Something that describes my account a little bit. That way that when you can go down to the comments right now and you can type in your @, type a little description of your account, post that comment so that everyone can see it, but then you could also take it upon yourself to go through and actually find other people that commented their @ and their niche that's the same as your niche and make the engagement group yourself. That's one thing that, like, no offense to you guys, but I've seen a lot happen on these videos is that people will comment their @ down below and say, hey guys, someone add me to an engagement group please. And it is really important to take the initiative yourself, because the only way that you know for a fact that you are going to get in an engagement group is if you make the engagement group. And if you're making the engagement group, you can make 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as you want. You are in charge of how many you're in, and you're in charge of putting other people in there, so you can make sure that they're actually specific to your niche and you're not just being thrown into an engagement group with random people who won't, you know, like converse and follow each other and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, those are most of my tips for you guys. There are definitely a few other things that I have used throughout my Instagram growth journey, but all of those other things I have talked about in my previous videos. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I literally started growing on Instagram because I wanted to do it for a YouTube video. Like, I was like, let me see how many followers I can gain in a week. Bam, make a video about it. Started out at my gaining 400 followers a week, or however many it was, and now here we are at 85,000. So yeah, just know that a little bit of hard work in growing your Instagram account, I mean, clicking on this video itself, following these tips itself, is that hard work that you need, will go such a long way as long as you keep it up, as long as you keep the grind going. Personally, I went from a little bit less than 1,000 followers, because obviously I use my personal account, so I have like friends following or whatever, to 10K within 6 months, and then from there in the next 6 months I grew to 50K, and now in the next 6 months I'm at like 85K, because I had my beautiful little shadow band there for a solid month or 2. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like if it was helpful in any way. Make sure to subscribe for all of my future Instagram growth videos, story times, vlogs, everything that I post, because like my Instagram, my YouTube is kind of just like a personal platform for me, and I just post whatever is on my mind. So yeah, also don't forget to comment down below your Instagram @ and with that being said, I will see you guys next time.